Choices, decisions are a big part of life. Choices happen every day. Decisions don't usually happen every day, but every so often. Maybe there's a big decision to make every few months or maybe just once a year. And when things are going very smooth in life, sometimes a big decision is not happening for years at a time. But if every day choices are happening, just the little choices. And sometimes these choices actually are important and really do matter in the big picture of a day or in the big picture of the month or the year. So choices as well as decisions are happening and they're very important. They are the building blocks of what our life becomes. And this is why understanding the significance and the symbolism of the High Priestess, major arcana, is essential, especially as a woman who is on the path of creating and developing her life. The High Priestess energy becomes essential on the path of creating and developing your vision for the life that you feel is the one that is going to inspire you and motivate you and encourage you to experience the best of yourself and the best of life and be able to share that with others who you do share your life with. Let's take a further dive into the major arcana, High Priestess, symbolism and essence. So let's start with some contrast. For example, there is outward appearance and outward energy. And then there is inner experience and inner energy. There is what you do that's very visible. And then there's how you feel, or even what you know, which is less visible. And so the High Priestess is bringing our awareness and our attention to what's happening within, the intuitive understandings, the intuitive knowings, and therefore a sense of purpose and a sense of meaning that is unique. The High Priestess reminds us that we have to rely on our true inner experience, on our true inner knowing, and on our true inner understanding if we are to feel empowered and if we are going to be able to manifest and to bring into the world and bring into our life what is true, what is good, what is natural, what works in our life, what is meant to be, and what helps us to continue to develop and grow a life that we can feel proud of, a life that you can enjoy and look forward to each and every day. Let's continue with another contrast. If there is such thing as the creation, as what is created, then there's also such thing as what that creation is made of. And this is where the High Priestess really exists. The High Priestess reminds us to understand what is going into our creation, what kind of thoughts, what kind of feelings, what kind of understandings, what kind of experiences, hidden motivations are going into whatever it is we are creating in our day-to-day lives. The High Priestess asks us to have a strong connection to our motivations, to our inner understandings and our inner experiences. So that way, this can go into whatever it is we choose to create, and there is a sense of connection between within and what we do outwardly. A breakdown or a lack of connection with the energy and with the significance that the High Priestess reminds us of, when there's a breakdown of that connection, there is often, to the same degree, a breakdown in our confidence with how we spend our time, with the confidence around why we choose to move in certain directions, or why we choose to spend our time in a certain way, or why we have made decisions that we have made. So therefore, reconnecting with the essence of the High Priestess allows us to understand, or to reestablish our understanding of the choices that we have made and the choices that we're currently making. And also to make sure that these choices are in alignment with our original intentions, and make sure that instead of feeling pressure to simply continue maybe a decision that was already made, simply because that decision is already made, the High Priestess gives us a chance to slow down and to make sure that whatever's going on currently in our life is still in alignment with our true intentions, with the new experiences that we may have since those decisions were made. So the High Priestess is a very healing experience. When it comes to growing into the woman that each of us envisions for ourselves, and when it comes to taking an honest look at where we are presently in our life, the High Priestess becomes an invaluable lens from which to begin that rediscovery process. Essentially, the High Priestess is an invitation to realign with our own unique understandings, experiences, intuition, and how we'd like to recommit moving forward.